everyone, Igniting Faith. It's Curtis here with another hot shot for you guys. And I just want to talk to you guys today about establishing a strong and encouraging prayer life in this time. And our church has been teaching on it for a while. I think me and Cody have actually talked about it a couple of times on the channel. But we need to stop pretending like we're doing everything we can while still expecting God to do everything He can. You know, for me personally, from a personal, conviction standpoint, I know that my prayer life is up and down. It's very fluctuating because I don't have a structured life right now, but it's not an excuse for me not to have a prayer life. And I just want to encourage you guys today that if you're struggling with your prayer life and you're struggling with being connected to God and with stepping into a relationship in the presence with Him, don't be surprised that your life isn't taking off the way you're expecting it to. You know, we want God, to hold us up. We want to use Him as a crutch in our times of need, but whenever it's good, we don't want to lean on Him for anything. We just want to enjoy those good times. And it's in those times that we really need to press in, because it doesn't matter how good the time gets, the shoe is always going to drop. The enemy's always going to find a way to try and derail us. And I'm not saying he's going to, but I am saying that he will do everything he can to step into a place where he's going to be able to disrupt or cause you to stumble. And it's in that time that your prayer life is going to be the most important part of your walk with faith, because it's in that time that you can turn to God in real conversation, not just in corny like, oh Lord, I need help, but in real conversation where we talk to God as a real person. You talk to Him as if He's here with us, because He is with us. It's not enough to talk to God like He's floating on a cloud somewhere and you stare at the ceiling and you pray a couple service prayers, but have you stepped into a place where you're in a conversation with Him on a daily basis? And I've been working on this, and our pastor has been absolutely, profound in his, ways of just being practical with it, and we're trying to be a real practical faith-driven channel. So I'm encouraging you guys to just step into a conversational prayer life with God. Don't just, get up and say thanks for the day, thanks for the life, thanks for the breath, all those things that we say, because we're thankful for them, but also don't forget that He is God, and He wants to hear from His children from a children's perspective. He wants to know what our needs are. He wants to know what we're thankful for. He wants to know, how we're feeling and, what He can do for us. But He wants us to say it and to proclaim it and to confess it, to decree and declare it to Him. He doesn't want us to think it. It didn't say, and you think like this. No, He said, and you pray like this. Jesus encouraged us to pray out loud, not quiet. If you're a quiet prayer person, then speak up. If you're a person who doesn't pray out loud at all, it's time to open your mouth and use your voice, because your voice is one of the most powerful weapons that God has ever given us. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter, what you read, but what you say can have profound consequences and profound, benefits to speaking out in your life those things which you want from God and what you're expecting from God. Not only that, but it is how we confess, and you cannot be repentant unless you're confessing the things which you know that you should not be doing. And it's another thing we struggle with as a spiritual people, that we don't want to confess it because it sounds bad coming out, but we have to say it. We have to tell God, like, I'm sorry. Sorry for what? My kids say I'm sorry. My kids say they're sorry. Sorry for what? What are you sorry for? I want to know what you're sorry for so that I know how to handle the situation. God needs to know how to handle the situation. And I know God's all-knowing. You can take that argument and throw it in the water, because I already know all that. But God, it's not the fact that God knows it all. God wants us dependent, and He wants us willing to step out and talk to Him like a father, to talk to Him like a God, to talk to Him like someone we need help from. And that comes through an established, strong, and oftentimes repetitive, but also, an absolute profound prayer life where we're not just praying to Him, as if we're not just, the whiny, complaining prayers or the sissy thankful prayers. And I'm sorry if that convicts people, but I'm talking about an actual conversation with God where we're sitting down and we're talking with Him, saying, God, today was a good day. I made some mistakes and I have some issues. Here's some things that I came up with that I need help with. And God, that's the kind of conversation He wants, because God, it says in the book of Genesis, He walked with Adam in the cool of the day. It wasn't a silent walk. I'm sure they had conversations, chats, discussions, whatever you may be. And that is a prayer life. Don't think that just because you're talking and you're not hands closed, eyes clasped, this does not symbolize prayer as much as, you know, it's been pushed on us, but a prayer life is an open conversation like I'm having with you guys. So I'm encouraging you guys to open the dialogue, open the conversation, establish yourself in a prayer language and a prayer life that is susceptible to the benefits of God, and not just, you know, a 10-second, you know, thank you in the morning and before you go to sleep. So, you know, I'm not sorry to convict you guys. You know, we need to start being convicted. We need to start convicting each other and convicting ourselves, you know, of the things we're doing and we're falling short on. So, you know, I love y'all, and you know, I pray you guys continue supporting us. But this has been a Hot Shot with Curtis, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.